Good day to my idols, to my best friends, to my bosses. And this moment, I'd like to give thanks to everyone that requested to have a fifth lesson when it comes to welding. And I thought, you know what? That's right. Let us put in some tips on how to cut metal. Because, cutters, they work in tandem with the welder. In big companies, you have a cutter and it's a different person from a welder. But it's better if you know both how to cut and to weld. And we're going to show you the different tips how to cut tubes. I'm going to show you here how to mark the tube. Okay, grab your L ruler. Mark it here. Mark it around. So this is the top part. So for example, you need to cut this in an L manner. So this is what we're going to do. Our L ruler. Mark it diagonally. Do it on the other side as well. The same thing. From there, we can mark this part. And that is what we're going to cut. In cutting, let us not forget to use safety goggles. If you're going to use a sander, make sure you use protective eyeglasses. And, of course, earplugs. Because if you don't have earplugs and you're working, okay, notice this is very loud. It's not yet on the metal and it's very loud already. If you put it by the metal, it'll be even louder. It is very loud. So if you're new, you might get scared of the sound. You'll be bothered. And it can tire you. Because sometimes people would say, yeah, I'm not used to it. I don't want to use that. I'm okay without it. Without any earplugs. But if you get used to wearing earplugs, you'll notice you're not as tired. After a whole day of welding, cutting, you're not as tired. But if you don't have earplugs, you are exhausted. Okay? So when you're cutting, so that your clothes won't be damaged, don't forget to wear apron. Because if you're married, they'll get mad if your clothes are ruined. Because metal or embers will fly onto it. This part, don't throw this away. The chunk we removed, let's not throw it away. Let's keep it for now. On a place that won't hurt anybody. We can use this later on. If you see there's a big hole, in these cases, you can use another welding rod. Get a hammer. Hammer it a bit until the powder coating comes off. Let's use our sander here.
Ayan.
Here we go. Now it's okay.
Okay na.
Now, if you don't like this, you don't want that sharp edge, you want to round it off, this is what we can do. So, for example, this is your tube. You want an L shape as well. This is what we're going to do. Remember that chunk that I asked you to not throw away? This thing? This is what we're going to put in there. Like this. So what we're gonna do, you're gonna take off parts of it. Put it there. And then mark it.
Markahan mo siya hanggang saan.
Mark it accordingly. Mark it on where we're meant to cut it. If you see, the gap is quite big. Let us show here. If you see, there's like a massive hole. Use this welding rod. The welding rod that we took out the powdery coating from. Now it's like this. Now here's another method. For example, you need to do that L shape here. So for example, you need to do that L shape here. What we need is to get something round, something circular. Or we can use this one. So the L would be there. So you will be taking off from this side. Put that round object where it intersects the line and the other edge. Okay, make sure it coincides with our marking and the other side's marking. Look at it. It's like that, okay? Now we have to measure from this point, until where it meets the line. So get a piece of paper. Curve the paper from this edge to, you should be able to see, so from this edge, this curve, until where the curve is, measure it. So I'll fold it. Okay, so it's folded already. That's the length of it. Now this folded piece of paper is the basis of what we're going to cut. So you see that? Mark here. What I use normally is blades or cutters so that the marking is quite small. When you cut it, it's exact. But for you to see, I'll be using a pen. There you go. This is a detail. You're gonna cut it this way. We're gonna take that out, this part, and this part. But this, we're going to cut it straight. We're not gonna remove this part. Let's do it. You know, the manner of cutting this, the best thing to use is a small cutting disc. So for example, you're cutting a bunch of things already, and your cutting disc is very small already. Don't throw it away. We need this. It is good in situations where you have to cut a curve.
Sana.
Here we go. And that's it for now in our 5th welding lesson. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe to our channel and click as well our notification bell for more videos to come. Thank you.